and they think that shit is cute. It's like when you go like the comedy store, like you see like stand up comedy, like motherfuckers like they come out and they're like fat and they just straight up tell like 5 minutes of fat jokes about themselves, and it's like it's just not funny, bro. I don't want to tear you down, bro. Life is fucking hard enough. I got to watch you shit on yourself.
But they think I can't really knock them when they do that because they think that they have to do that to get.
That's who they are. That's who they are. That's how they feel about themselves. Nobody really does that shit if they want to. Like, just get up there and talk about how great you are. Fuck it. Yeah. If nobody laughs, nobody laughs. But if it's funny to you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Eventually, you're gonna find the audience. That's how I feel. Like, if that shit is funny to you, like, there's a lot of like, I laugh at like some dark shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you watch a movie and then like something fucked up will happen.
Everybody laughing.
That's me. I'm laughing in the back. Like, yo, I'm hollering.
Oh my God. Like, people will get mad at me because they're like, why the fuck are you laughing right now?
yo, this shit, yeah, you're right. That's not funny.
But I guess that comes from me because, you know, I used to cut open dead bodies.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You was a serial killer?
Oh, God, I just want to ask that shit.
No, I would never kill. I hate killing bugs. Like, killing is not for me, okay? I'm not a criminal, but I worked at the Harris County Medical Examiner's Office as an intern. When I was 18, I was the youngest one to ever be there. In there, I got to work with the doctors. Couldn't open the bodies because I wanted to go to school for to determine cause of death. So I wanted to do autopsies. So people get it misconstrued with like the funeral homes. Like, we're getting the bodies as soon as they come in from wherever they're coming from.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I've seen it all. But I think that's where some of my dark humor comes from as well, because like the doctors in there, when like they're cutting up the bodies, we were like jamming 97.9 The Box or 94.5 Buzz, and just
it's your norm.
Yeah,
it's just the norm.
Yeah. So, I don't know. So I guess that's
it could be. I don't know, man. I think your dark humor just is it's just what you're.
Well,
born with. I just think it's what you're born with. I don't think a job can make you have dark humor.
Okay, well maybe not.
Yeah, it can maybe desensitize you, but like if you find like old people getting pushed down the stairs kind of funny, like
okay, now I don't find that.
That's kind of funny.
It's kind of funny. Y'all don't get it. Racist with me.
I wouldn't be pushing us.
Yeah. We have to respect our elders.
I'm just saying, if it looks funny.
Okay.
Now, if Sally said something that she had no business saying, and they pushed down the stairs, I didn't see that.
Exactly.
But dang, what was I gonna say? But okay, so him, and then I guess in the sex world, if I could have anybody on here, I would totally get Riley Rabbit because I fuck with her. I love her. I would get Deja Morgan, Octobooty. Love her too. Oh my gosh. And I won one of her contests, so definitely fuck with her. Because she actually paid out. A lot of people say they're doing these things, challenges, and you never see who they pay or what they pay, and she did.
Wow.
She was only going to do 3 places, but since so many people did it, she did 5 places, and I was 4th place.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah, I think I got like $75.
Wow.
Yeah, and she paid it out her own pocket, cashed up it. Yeah, so she's fucking dope. I respect her.
Okay. That was cool.
Yeah.
That's a nice little plug.
Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, you respond. Like, when you message her, she doesn't act like a bitch. Either one of them, they like respond.
That's why they got so big, though.
They do not act like bitches. Now, there's some that's up there that they're just bitches, but they're not. Them too.
That's what I noticed about, like, the biggest people. They're, like, the easiest to get in contact with. It's just smooth. They're fucking just easy. You know, it's not a fucking headache. Like, talking to somebody with... I don't know. It's just the problem that we've seen, like, just trying to book different people is, like, we'll get somebody with 50 followers and we'll tweet them, just ask them to come on the show, and they'll be like, what's in it for me? And I'm like, a fucking interview. What the fuck you mean? Like, what's in it for me?
The girl that asked me for gas money.
Yeah. Does she have any following?
Okay. Let's spit it all on the table. Now, I'm not going to say her name because I just don't want to do that on the podcast.
No.
But, okay, she, on Instagram, she has, I think, 40 to 50,000. Okay. She has put out music. Her highest paid video got like 60, 70,000 views, which that's a pretty cool amount.
That's nice.
So I like the song. I was fucking with it.
Yeah.
And I figured she's a female in Houston, and then why not fuck with another female?
Mm-hmm.
I reached out to her, said I would love to interview her, blah, blah, blah. She said that, what'd she say? I don't want to get it wrong. She said pretty much, how much is it for her to come on here?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, this is how I respond to people who tell me that, whether I feel like they deserve to get paid or I feel like they don't. I always just make it light. So I'll be like, well, I'm really not at a point where I'm paying people yet to come on my platform. So I respect your decision. If you don't want to come on here, I'll wait till I get a little more following, my views get up, and I'll reach back out to you.
Oh,
Whether I plan on reaching out to them or not.
I just stopped responding. Fuck that.
So then, after I said that,
so nice.
because you can get a couple different, it can go a couple different ways if I just stay neutral and light.
Yeah.
So she responded, she goes, oh girl, I'll come do it for you, no problem, just give me a little gas money.
That's kind of nice, I guess.
No, because I'm thinking, in my head, I'm thinking like, bitch, why the fuck is you asking me for gas money if you're supposed to have this following and all this stuff? What do you need $10, $20 for?
Because I'm broke, nigga, I'm broke.
So then I don't stop following her and I keep following her and I see that she's still working a job, which is no put down to anybody working a job because I was in that field. I just got to a point where I didn't feel like doing it anymore and found another way to make income.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like since she was still working her 9-to-5 office job and you're rapping, you shouldn't be at a point where you're asking people to pay you to come to interviews. And especially you shouldn't ask them for gas money.
Parents' fees, basically. Yeah, I guess you're right.
At what point do you think...
I don't know, because I don't know the experience of like a female rapper, though. Like, I feel like if you're a female rapper, everybody's trying to fuck you. I feel like that's the hardest fucking job.
But I'm a girl.
No, I understand, but I'm just saying, like, if you're a female rapper, like, every opportunity is just, like, you never know the dude's, like, real intention. I guess you're used to that, right? Like, people...
I'm used to that, but I did it so she wouldn't think, like, oh, maybe it's a guy talking to me.
Uh-huh.
I love using voice chats. You probably know, like, that's just my shit. Like,
I would say it's really efficient.
Yeah, because when I do that, you can feel my energy.
Mm-hmm.
When I type, you might could take it a certain way. Yeah. But if I'm talking to you, even if I'm saying something that you may not like, you'll hear, like, my intentions aren't wrong and I'm not being a bitch about it.
Yeah.
So, at what point do you feel like, well, one, I just want to be clear, I'm never paying anybody to come on Dubious to Dollars, ever.
Don't say that.
I don't feel like I should have to.
You can't say that.
Why can't I say that?
You can't say that and then say you want to get somebody like Kanye West on. You just can't say it. Like, who knows? I mean, I think Joe Rogan probably paid Kanye West to come on.
He's different, though.
But I'm just saying, who's to say, like, your show could get that big? Never say never. Like, for real.
Okay. Okay. So I do feel like my show will get big.
Yeah.
I do feel like if it's...
There's nothing wrong with paying a guest. I mean, I would pay for the person's time. Like, if they're worth it.
Okay.
Not worth it.
Okay. Yeah. Let me retract that then. At what point...
I'm just putting it in perspective for you. I'm not saying, like, your opinion is wrong. I'm just, like, putting it in perspective. Mm-hmm. Like, what you just told me. Like, you was like, I want to get Elon Musk on. If Elon Musk was like, yo, if you knew you could get, like, $1 million plus from the interview from, like, all the ads and shit.
What I pay, yes.
Yeah, and then he says, all right, just give me, like, $250,000 for an hour of my time.
Mm-hmm.
And you know his time is worth way more than that. You'd be like, I'll make me
okay, yeah. So
and I get an Elon Musk interview. Fuck yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay, well, I guess I don't look at it like that because I'm not at a point where I could afford to pay that much money to somebody. I'm nowhere near that.
My mindset's kind of fucked up because, like, I live, like, in the future. Mm-hmm. So, like, when you talk about Kanye, he's always talking about that, like, living in, like, an alternate reality. Yeah. So, like, sometimes my reality is not, like, but I'll think I can, like, today. And I'll have the confidence, and then that allows me to get shit done.
I do that on occasion.
Yeah.
So, okay, let me rephrase that. Yeah. What point do you feel like I should pay somebody? So, okay, say I can afford to pay somebody. Yeah. Not speaking on
I feel like you should be able to afford to pay somebody when your show is making money.
Okay.
And then, like, say if one episode makes you like $7,000, you should pay somebody like, I don't know. I'm just saying if they charge. I don't know, $5,000 if your show is making $7,000 for that episode. Like, you're breaking even. You know, you're not going into the red to bring this dude on. But, like, there's, like, different websites you can see people's booking fees to come on a podcast. I read it was, like, Pacquiao to get him on a podcast was, like, $7,000. I was like, fuck, dude.
Oh,
that's
okay.
cheap. I was like, that's cheap.
When I think about it in that perspective, I could totally dig it. Like,
People have that thick Filipino accent, but like, fuck it, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's Pacquiao.
So I feel like, okay, well maybe I'm not paying these Houston people.
Nah. All right,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, bump that.
Maybe that's how I'm gonna end that.
But it's like I was saying though, like you gotta be interviewing people that make you nervous. These Houston people are inside your comfort zone. That shit don't scare you. Like,
Yeah.
You need somebody like, oh shit, like I'll stay up like 2-3 hours like doing research, make sure my
Oh
questions
man,
right.
ask her about the research.
Yeah,
Stay on top of those
exactly. Like that's the kind of people that you need to be bringing on the show.
Who do you want to manifest on yours?
Oh man, maybe Spike Lee, maybe like Tyler Perry. I just want to ask Tyler Perry just about like his mind. I don't want to ask him about his art. I don't, but I just want to ask him about his mind, like how the fuck he thinks.
Yeah.
His mind is really fascinating to me. Like, 'cause when I first saw his art, I was like, this is trash, But then, like, the longer it went, and then I fell in love with the movie Daddy's Little Girls when I was, I'm talking about like when it first came out. I saw Daddy's Little Girls. I was like, damn, this movie goes hard. And then I just started really liking his shit ever since then.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's what it's like for me. It's more, we were talking earlier.
Hey, Issa Rae. Huge Issa Rae fan.
Oh man, I know the name. I cannot think of the face.
Insecure, the HBO writer, director. She's a black chick. She always raps.
Dang, it is not registering in my brain what she looks like.
She played in that Big Little movie with
Yeah.
I don't want to get her name wrong. The little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
From Blackish.
Martin.
You'll know her if you see her.
Okay. I'll look her up because I don't want to be disrespectful that I don't know what she looks like.
No, that's cool.
But yeah, I feel like that with people I like. I really want to know what's inside their mind. I just want like a little game.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never wanted. Oh, that's what we were talking about earlier, like groupies and how they're just trying to get something or something financial gain. I don't want to be like that with anyone because that's just not in me. But I do. There's certain people I really want to pick their brain. I'm just like, okay, how'd you think about this, or what made you switch from this to this, or just different stuff like that.
You probably gotta show that side of yourself then. Like show people how you think about shit. Cause it's like Tim Ferriss, right? Like you got like that guy Tim Ferriss. You ever heard Tim Ferriss? He's like motherfucker. Always like he's like one of the top podcasters, but he's always talking about like mindset and how I hack my body and all this other crazy shit. And I can't listen to it for that long. To be real with you, but he's like he makes like probably the most money at podcasting, and people love the way he fucking thinks because he shares it. So if you want to like pick people's brains on like how they do this shit, just start doing it on yourself and then being open with it. Start making that kind of content. Okay. And then that way you can get other people to come on because they'll be like, well, she talks about it. I'll come on the show and talk to her about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just have to like whatever you want to. This is like the trick to life, basically. Is like whatever you want from the world, you have to start doing it yourself first. Because life is like a fucking mirror, dude. It's like a fucking mirror. It's trippy, but it is. Mm-hmm. It's like if you want people to be nicer to you, you just gotta start being nicer to people. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird. You tell people that. You want love, start showing love. You want people to support your business, start going out and actively supporting small businesses.
Man, preach. That's something.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like super simple. And people are like, that shit doesn't work. It's like, yeah, it does. Mm-hmm. It does. It does. Yeah.
For somebody that wants to be famous, do I have to like be famous in the world? Like,
yes, you have to already know you're famous, and then you have to like what do you want from fame other than people knowing you?
Why do you want to be famous?
Why do you want?
You talk about it a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
You talk about it a whole lot. Why?
The fame? Is it like going to a club and then getting in?
No, it's the financial freedom.
So you want money?
Not the money, but I want the financial freedom.
So you want financial freedom. Mm-hmm. So you don't necessarily want to be famous because famous people are not necessarily rich. You got motherfuckers that are famous.
But
remember that motherfucker? What was his name? He was like the most famous dude in America for like 1 whole month. Remember the show Kate and 8+8? Yeah. The bitch had like 8 kids. Mm-hmm. I don't mean to call her a bitch. She had 8 kids.
We're gonna take offense here.
Yeah, I just don't want to put that out there. I don't mean disrespect her. She got 8 kids. They might come whoop my ass. But she had 8 kids. Kate and 8+8 or something like that. Yeah. And then the husband.
John and Kate.
John and Kate. Yeah. John and Kate +8. There it is. The dude John, the Asian dude, he cheated on her and left a woman with 8 kids. And he was just, I remember, he was the most famous dude in LA. He was going from club to club, looking like a buster. We left his 8 kids. He was the biggest bum in America. But he could get into any nightclub. He was famous.
Yeah.
But everybody's like, you left your 8 kids, you fucking bum. People were just yelling at him on the street. And I was like, he's famous, but he can't even enjoy it, and he's not making no money. Yeah. So you could be like John.
I don't want to be like that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But he was famous. That's what you wanted.
Nah.
You got to be specific with what you want, yo.
Well,
If you want fame, like, you got to be like, I want to be famous for this. I do this, and this, and I'm known for this, and this.
Okay, I do have one thing. I do want to be famous for putting my passion out into the world and me telling my story through my music.
Perfect. You want to be a musician.
But I want the money too.
Yeah. Of course. But like, you want music, right? Like, you want to make like pure music, right?
Yeah, like the music I make, I want people to be like feel like they're floating. Like I want them to feel like they're in euphoria. Like,
dude, if you lead with that, the money will follow. It sounds like it just sounds cheesy, but it's true. Like I've never been to a Frank Ocean concert, but like my friends tell me like they act like it's better than sex. They tell me what it's like going to a Frank Ocean concert, and they just like tell me, they're like, yo, my friends called me the night they went in New York, and they were just like, yo, I just came from Frank Ocean. My life has changed. And they told me how great it was. They're like, man, he had a rug and he sang. And I looked my girl in the eye and I was like, fuck, we're having kids. I was like, yo, the two actually had kids. Because they went to a Frank Ocean concert. Frank did that shit. That's you, yo. That's you in the future.
You catch me 3 years from now.
Exactly.
3 years from now.
Yeah.
And you still young.
Yeah.
You're going to be 22 3 years from now?
22.
Yeah. Just focus on the music. Focus on making something pure, because music is trash. Music is trash these days. That's how I feel about music.
But I like $50. I love it here.
This is cool.
Yeah, I'm glad I found you, Illy. I don't know where I found her, but I'm glad she's here now.
She about to start crying.
You good?
Yeah.
Use some tissue?
This is fun.
So Illy had, because I told her like who you were with the Yeet Fans and everything. She had a lot of sex questions.
All right, go. I mean, I can't answer them all, but go for it.
Yeah. So the first question I had is, who's your top 3? Like, if you had to like rate top 3 on Yeet Fans or like on Chatterbait or Webcam, who's your top 3?
Who's your top 3 content creators?
Top 3?
Yeah.
Oh, just doing it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I see this. There's this. What's her name? There's like one that comes to mind. I think her content's like really fucking funny. Her name's like Miss I Got Throat or something. She's like this dark skinned, beautiful woman. I can't remember. I don't know her username, but I've been seeing all her content. She just basically sits in front of the camera and talks shit, and it's just the funniest shit, man. I can just watch her rant. She just rants about her boyfriend, rants about her kids, and I was like, fuck. She has like 300,000 followers on Twitter, and her content is just like, I'd be in tears watching it. Like, I don't even watch it for the.
I like content that makes you feel like that.
I don't even watch for like the sexy shit. I was like, that's cool. She's like sucking a dick, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's cool. Like, we've seen that 100 times.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see the personality, and then she shows her personality, and then I saw Miss Be Nasty. She had like a Twitter thread about how she got into sex, and that story kind of like blew me away. I was like, damn.
How'd she get into it?
She said that her husband or her boyfriend at the time was spending all this money on one of them campsites. I want to say Chatterbait, but one of them campsites, and then she said she was like really reserved in sex, and then to get back at her boyfriend, she figured out what time he goes on the site, and then she made a profile, and like a week later, like the same time, she went live, and he was like down the hall. He was on the website. She said she heard all she heard was, "What the fuck?" You know? he like came down the hallway, was like beating on the door, and then like she was like doing the show, and then she said that they had sex on cam, online on the show. And then she said she made like $8,000 that weekend, and then she's just been doing it ever since then. I was like, fuck, that's a crazy story.
Yeah.
That's a really crazy story. So I don't know. I just like personalities. I mean, it's really nothing you can show with the whole sex stuff. It's kind of like numbing at a point when you see so many like titties and pussies and just.
It does,
It
because
gets kinda
every
annoying.
day I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
Like when I'm on my Twitter, like if somebody's on my phone, like sometimes they'll be like, oh, we're out publicly, or we're out, like, cover that up, people can see. Because I'm just like, whatever. Like, okay, let me retweet this, she gonna retweet me. Like,
Yeah.
it's just work.
It's work. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I've learned since running the Twitter account. I was like, nah, I'm kind of burnt out on porn, like looking at it, consumption.
Okay, so question: when did you start watching porn?
Oh man, I don't know. Like, what do you mean, like consistently?
No.
Like a hobby? Like,
No.
like what do you mean? When did I start?
When
Like,
you
first ever porno?
Yeah.
First ever porno that I saw. I don't know. I think I was like, I was young, dude. Like, my friend showed me VHS. That's really how long ago it was. He showed me a VHS of a porno. I was like, what the fuck is this?
What do you think?
I didn't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
And he was just like, that's my dad's porn.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is trippy. I didn't really like it, though. I'm going to be real with you. I didn't really like it. I was like 6 or 7. I was young.
Yeah, that's really young.
Yeah.
See, I started exploring when I was really young too. I was 8 because so like I would pretty much, my dad would be in and out of my life a lot, but like when he was married, that's when he picked me up the most. It was getting me consistent, but at the same time, like when I would go over there, I would feel like I'm just by myself, like because he really didn't talk much, and then like at the time, like her English wasn't that good because he married a Mexican lady, and so I'd be by myself, and then when she would have people over, they would just speak in Spanish. So when he'd be at work, I'd be all alone. But they had a computer, so they really didn't care like what I did. So I just really spent all day on the computer. That's when I discovered like 321teenchat.com. Shows you my age if y'all know about that. But I would get on there, and that's where I first learned how to role play. So I was probably like 8 or 9 at the time, and I really just got into it. Like, when looking at it now, it sounds like, oh my gosh, I'm sure these men were like preying on me and like being a predator. But I was enjoying the fuck out of myself. Like, it was.
Was it the attention?
Yeah.
I think so.
Shit. Well, what were they talking to you about? Was it like other teenagers your age, or other 8 or 9 years olds, or were they grown fucking dudes just like?
I don't know, because you can't see.
Oh, okay. I mean, thinking back though, were you thinking? Were you getting groomed?
She
was getting groomed.
Thinking back, I really feel like they were grown men. I don't feel like they were even teenagers. I do feel like they were grown. But I would be honest about my age. Or no, I would lie about my age. I would say I'm like 13, but I was like 9. And
I'm 13. I'm staying up late.
they would tell me I think they would tell me like they're 18, 19, but really they'd probably be older.
Shit.
So I think that's where it was. But so I role play. I'm 13. They like 18, and we're just role play. So we would play like we're boyfriend and girlfriend. Like it didn't get straight into sex. But it, like, led up to it.
Wow. And,
like, sexual things. And, like, I had to act like I'm knowing what I'm doing. So I would just say stuff back. And shit, it was fun. It occupied me the whole time I was there. Like, it was super fun. And that's why I'm top on Night Flirt as well. That's why I have over 400 comments and they're all good. Like, all the feedback. Like, I'm fucking great at role-playing. And then I kind of suppressed that stuff, but it actually, like, that is one of my sexual fantasies. I enjoy role-playing. Like, it turns me on. But it stems back from that.
This is like a free therapy session, huh?
Illy, and you? This is my little sexual heathen, little, I don't know what you call it. She's just a ball of sex. Am I lying? Am I lying? That's all she talks about.
No.
Here's your opportunity.
You are correct. Okay. Another question I have. So, when you said like you was 12 years old when you was first watching it, would you ever think at that age that you would be doing this like now? Because you said you didn't like it at that age.
Nah, I never really thought of it. But like, I like business. I like business. I always have like several kinds of businesses.
So do you like the business? Like, do you like the whole app for the business, or because it has like good content, like
the sexy content?
Yeah.
Wait, you mean like did I get in the business so I can look at free porn?
No.
That okay.
Because like definitely no. Like
I don't think
so
that's what
fun.
she's trying to ask, but that is what she asked.
Yeah, is it like so I can see everybody's like pussy and dick pictures and shit?
Yeah, like what do you like enjoy more about it? Like because it's a business and income, or because like it's your stuff and like you get to watch that type of stuff.
I think the cool part about the business is, I get to help other people, and it sounds kind of cheesy, but like if you get somebody on there and they do like really well, they have like what you want, financial freedom. And even though it's through sex or porn, who really cares? Like, you're getting pimped at your fucking job, you know?
Yeah.
You're getting pimped for your fucking job. Like, I mean, what's to say? Like, they're pimping you for your talents. You know, they're underpaying you. They're working the shit out of you. They're talking to you like a fucking dog. Like, who gives a fuck if you showed a couple nipples? Like, it's just your body. Who gives a fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people get on their high horse and then it's like, I couldn't be me. I got morals. And then they go to a job and then the job, you know, underpays them, treats them like shit, makes them wake up 3 o'clock in the morning for a fucking job, be like threatening to fire them all day. You fuck up, you gonna get fired. Like, you can't leave. I remember like one time I was working at FedEx and then like I asked my manager for, I was like, yo, let me get this Friday off. I want to go see, who did I want to see? It was some artist. It was like an old black artist, and he was like touring. First time he's touring in like 30 fucking years. I was like, yo, I want to see him. And then I asked my manager for the day off. I bought tickets, and then he was like, I can't let you off that day. And then the day of the concert, I didn't have the tickets. I sold them, and then he was like, yo, it's slow. You could have gone. And it was like way in LA. I was in San Diego. And I was just like, damn, this motherfucker. He really tested me. You know what I mean? Like, you know a manager be testing you, you be like, yo, you ready to do some time? Like,
that's
man, you gonna hurt this man.
At Whataburger, and in that moment, you're like, shit, I can't lose my job.
Yeah, exactly. It's that feeling like I can't lose my job. And it's like, wait a minute, how the fuck did I get here? Like, where did I get this training? Like, I can't lose my job. Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah.
This weak ass sentence.
I try to break people out of things.
This is a weak fucking sentence.
Yeah.
I can't lose my job. Like, when the fuck did you stop being a kid and just like, being an adult is like, I can't lose my obligations.
Yeah, you're so right on that.
Yeah, you know, so it's like, to see people have like another stream of income and making money with Yeet Fans, or like once it starts getting to a point where like it becomes people's like full-time income, I think that's like the most sexy part for me. Be like, holy shit, like we're changing people's worlds. Yeah, because I was looking at like the way OnlyFans was changing people's lives, and I was like, damn, that shit is cool.
Yeah, that's a good feeling.
That shit is cool.
It's a really good.
It's a really cool feeling. And then I read like if you help people make money, you'll get rich. Like if you help other people get rich, you'll get rich. So ultimately, that's the game.
I'll be signing up for Yeet Fans. Hopefully, Illy will too.
She doesn't make content like that. She's a singer. Oh, you can sing on there. Like, you know, just sexy.
Really? Okay, don't. Oh, wait, okay, I have one last question.
Okay, and then we'll wrap it up.
What advice would you give to those who is looking at this, like, and they're, like, thinking on the fence if they really want to get into that kind of, like, content?
I can't make up your mind for you, you know? Like, you got to know. Yeah. You got to know if you want to do that, you know?
If someone's on the fence, don't do it. Yeah. If you want to hide your face, don't do it. If you don't feel comfortable because this person or this person might catch you, don't fucking do it.
I think she's more primed to answer that question than me, 100%. Like,
yeah, don't do it because it's just like no one's forcing you to do this. At the end of the day, once you put it out there, it is out there. So fucking what? Like if you don't care, do it. If you have any sort of like, oh my gosh, don't do it. Just don't.
Yeah, I agree. Like, you know, if you want to be like a fucking lawyer or something and you're scared about your image getting out, like, don't do it. Don't do it. There's no shortcuts, you know. Yeah. If you think it's going to be like a shortcut to this, excuse me, there's no shortcuts. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on my show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Good.